Hello, my name is Leo. Today we're going to talk about linear equation and system of linear equations. Linear equation is an equation which determines some straight line. And on this picture we can see a linear equation y is equal to 5x, which has its straight line, which is constructed here in xy coordinate plane. And here we have this general form of linear equation. Here we have example of linear equation where x is equal to 4x plus 2. So linear equation is an equation with only one single variable. First step is to get all x's on one side of equation. So equations has two sides, left and right, which are separated by equal sign. And now we have minus 3x is equal to 2, but we have to get only one x. So we have to divide the whole equation by minus 3 and we get this x. And this x is actually x coordinate of some point P in xy coordinate plane, which has coordinate y coordinate 0, and it represents the solution of this linear equation. Now we have more complicated example of linear equation where we have to apply distribution property of multiplication. So this number which is in front of parenthesis has to be multiplied by each member within the parenthesis. And we have here that calculation. The second step is to get all these fractions not to be fractions anymore, so to get all integers in equations. Therefore, we have to find least common denominator of these nominators 3, 4, 1 and 2, which is 12. So now we have to multiply the whole equation by 12, and the next steps are similar to those as in the first example. And again we have this point P as representation of this linear equation solution. System of linear equations is system of two or more linear equations with two or more variables. In these examples we'll learn how to solve systems with only two linear equations and with two variables, which are here marked with x and y, these two variables. In this first example, x is already defined, it's 3, and we have to only calculate y, which is 2x, so 2 times 3 is equal to 6, and solution of every system of linear equations is written in ordered pair form. So these brackets, and we have x and y, which are actually coordinates of some point P in xy coordinate plane representing solution of a system of linear equations, which is in this case 3, 6. Now we have some more complicated system of linear equations we'll solve using these methods: substitution method, opposite coefficients method and graphical method. So first is substitution method. We have these two equations and we have to first express x or y. We can pick which one of them from the first or from the second equations. Here we've picked x and we expressed x from the first equation, and we have that expression on the right hand side. And now we put that x expression we've expressed from the first linear equation and put it on the place of x into the second linear equation, and we have these similar steps as in solving only a single variable linear equation where we got y is equal to 1. And now using x expression we'll calculate that x is equal to 10, and we have solution which is 10, 1. Opposite coefficients method. Here we have to choose first which one variable we'll consider, x or y. Here we've chosen x. And now we see which coefficients are in front of x. Here are 2 and minus 3. And now we have to find least common multiple of these two coefficients, 2 and minus 3. And this minus 3 can be written as 3 when finding this least common multiple of 2 and 3, which is 6. And now we have to multiply these two equations so as to get opposite numbers in front of x's. And in the first equation we have 2x times 3, which is 6x, and in the second equation minus 3x times 2, which is minus 6x. So they are opposite numbers, 6 and minus 6. Now we have multiplied equations, and finally now we sum them up. We have this sum equation where 6x and minus 6x are now 0x, so x disappears. From this equation only stays y, which is now y is equal to 1. And we can now choose first or the second formula, linear equation we'll use to calculate x, which is now 10. And the same example, the same solution is 10, 1. Graphical method is method of finding intersection of straight lines determined by their equations. Again, we have these two equations in system, and for each of them we have to express y. And these expressions are expressions as straight line equations. Now we construct that two straight lines in xy coordinate system, we can see on the picture, and their intersection is point P with coordinates 10 and 1, which is exactly the solution of this system of linear equations. Now you've learned how to solve linear equation and system of linear equations. Thanks for watching and stay with us.